Welcome to Puvanur RVIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. Welcome to Puvanur RVIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. Today we are going to see the salient features of level 4. Before I get into the class, I will start this class with a Tirukkural. Nedum punalul vellum mudalai adum punalil ningin adanai pira. What is the meaning of it? Mudalai ஆழமுள்ள நீர்நிலையில் பிற உயிர்களை வெற்றி கொள்ளும். அந்நீர்நிலையை விட்டு அது நீங்குமாயின் அம்முதலையை பிற உயிர்கள் வென்றுவிடும். The crocodile actually, when it's in deep waters, it has a lot of power and it can attack any of the creatures. But if it comes out of its zone, other creatures will win over crocodile, and that's the crux of this Tirukkural. With this good thought, we'll enter into the class. Today you're going to learn the salient features what we saw in level 4. The level 4 itself by itself is pretty advanced and pretty challenging. And the topics what we covered as part of level 4 is for the 4 base talas, what are the type of korvays you can play. Korvays are nothing but an acronym in Tamil which is called a sequence. The sequence is nothing but assembling of phrases. Phrases are nothing but assembling of syllables. Syllables are nothing but rooting from the Balapada. So this is how the chronology. You have to understand, re-engineer back from a sequence. Why are we talking about the sequence now, and what is the root of that sequence? So it starts from the Balapadam, the basic syllable, the phrases, coinage of phrases, and assembling of phrases in an ascending order, descending order, or ascending and descending together, and that makes it a sequence in its own beauty. So it's something like you have a flower, you take multiple flowers from the garden, and then you just tie it down with a rope, and then you can offer that garland to the Lord. Something like that. The Laya phrases are like flowers. There are multiple Laya phrases which are scattered around, which you have learned during the course of the journey, and you will find on your search, on your Vichara, you will find many other phrases on your own. You will discover, you will learn from friends, you will learn from your listenings, and all those, how properly you tie it up and beautify it, and then present it as a garland when it is offered to the Lord, and when you present it as part of this sequence, that makes it a grandeur. So that's the thing what we learned. So let's look at Adithalam now. If you look at the Adithalam, taddi takadina takadina tam, tadikita taddi takadina takadina tam, tadikita tadakadina takadina tam, tadikita 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 tanta. Tadum tadum daga, takadum tadum daga, tadum tadum daga, tadikita tadaga, di, tadikita tadaga, di, tadikita tanta. This is a different color. Ta kita taka din din ta tan ta kada tan ta kita taka din tan ta kada ta. All the different colors or the sequence patterns what we learned. It's a question of how you assemble it, how you remember it. It's not just reproducing whatever the teacher had taught you in as playing as a korvai, but most importantly, whenever you're making it's like a case study. You should build the tempo of whatever you're trying to do with that particular sequence. For example, when you're going to approach ta di taka dinna ta, you have to play ta din na, taka din na, ta din na. Tadittagadala din din na. Tadittagadala tagadala tagadala ta din din na. Tittagadala tagadala tagadala din din na. Tadittagadala tagadala. Tittagadala tagadala tagadala tadittagadala tagadala tagadala. Tittagadala tagadala 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 dim. Tagadala tagadala dim. Tagadala 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 dim. Ta di takadin na takadin. When you go and build this crescendo and then play the Korvai, then it becomes like a beautiful painting on a canvas. So, learning a Korvai is one thing, remembering is one thing, and how to present the Korvai in an appropriate place by building the related phrases. That's an important learning I wanted you to table and understand. I want you all to play in that format. First of all, build around it. Build around it, build the temper, and then present the Korvai. Again, there is a Korvai if you want to use Tithangadagadarigadam. Tithangadagadarigadam, Dindatang, Tatithangadagadarigadam, Dindatang, Ta Dindatang, Taka Dindatang, Dindatang, Takitatum, Tatikitatum, Tadindatang, Takitatum, Tatikitatum, Tadindatang, Takitatum, Tadikitatata. This is a Korvai. Din that tongue, that din that tongue, that din that tongue, taka din that tongue, din that tongue, that din that tongue, din that tongue, that din that tongue, din that tongue, din that tongue, that another go away. Din that tongue, din that tongue. Dinkatatum, there's another chord. So, whenever you have the memory of whatever the Korvais you're going to present, first of all, you should decide what is it that I'm going to showcase if I am going to play a solo in Adithalam, or if I'm going to play a solo in Rupakathalam, and what am I going to play in Mishra Chapathalam, what am I going to play in Kanda Chapathalam. If accordingly the Thala, based on the Thala I'm going to play, you should first of all decide. Once when you decide the Korvai, you should practice 10-15 times. Once when you practice 5-10-15 times, you should play it in the mridangam in different speeds. And then try to build the phrases around it before. And once when you make these case studies, then that becomes, you're more conversant. Then even out of, if you're well prepared, if you have 100 ideas, you will be able to present only 10 ideas on the first time when you're going to go on stage. So that's the preparation you need to make. So you need to have so much of preparation before you go for a concert. So that's very important. That's one of the things I wanted to table. And you should continuously go around thinking about the Korvais once in a way. Like, you should like a round robin. That's why the Korvai stays in your mind. It's not necessary that you need to play every day, but you can think about it quite frequently. Taddi tattadi ketatada. Taddi tadi ketatada. Tattadi ketatada. Tadikketatata, tadikketatata, tadikketatata. On the fly, you should be able to play a Rupakathala Korvai. Tattitum, gadagadum, tattum, gadagadum, tum, gadagadum, tadikketata. And when you want to play Adithalam Korvai 3 times, Tadittakadina takadina, Adittakadina ta, dun dung, Dittakadina ta, dun dung, takadina ta, dun dung, tatta, dun dung, tadita, dun dung, tadittakadina ta, dun dung, dittakadina ta, dun dung, takadina ta, takata, takadigata, dun dung, tadittakadina ta, dittakadina ta, takadina ta, dun dung, ta, dun dung, ta. I've taken the same Adithala Korvai, but 3 different varieties of that Korvai and presenting it in Rupakathala. So, It is not just repeating the same korvai again and again. When you are trying to do a aditalam korvai, other two should have a variety. Again, I also taught you about the BDN mean. Whenever you are playing in Mishra Chapadala, taka dinda tang, taka dinda tang, taka dinda tang, tadikita 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 taka dinda tang, taka dinda tang, taka dinda tang, tadikita 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 taka dinda tang, taka dinda tang, taka dinda tang, ta dum tadikita ta dum tadikita ta dum tadikita ta. So basically it's all seven, but we are trying to do with the 5, 7, and a 9 combination. Takadinna tong, takadinna tong, takadinna tong, tad ding, ginna to tad ding, ginna to tad ding, ginna to. That's a good way. Tad ticket tat to that, ticket tat to that, ticket tat to that, dum, tati takadum, tata dum, tati takadum, tata dum, tati takadata. This is another beautiful core way of Mishra Chapadala. Tad dum. Takadum, don't takadum, takadina tam, takadum, takadum, don't takadum, takadina tam, takadum, takadum, don't takadum, takadina tam, don't takadum, takadina tam, don't takadum, takadina tam. Another story. Tatakadin, 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 tadiketatak, katakadadik, ketatak. Tadik, ketatak, tatakadin, tatakadin, tadik, ketatak. Another good way. Tatakadinatam, 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 ta diketata, 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 tatakadinatam. Another good way. So you should be on the fly to have all those memories in your fresh for all the four talas. Tadita, tadikita, tadita, tadikita, tadak, tadikita, 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 tadita, tadikita, tadita, tadikita, tadak, tadikita, 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 tadak, dikita, tum, tadikita, tum, tadigan, tum, tatakrado, tatikrado, 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 another core way in Kanda Chapatala. So, if you want Mishra Chapu, if you want a flavor of Rupakam, if you want a flavor of Aditaram, first of all, you should have a gamut of your own korvais, about 10 each, in each of these family, and by heart. It should be in the back of your mind. You should never go out of your mind. And you should have the capability to play in whatever the speeds, whatever the Kala Pramana, and whatever the way you wanted to handle this korvai. Then if you are efficient enough, that's good enough for you to start the game. Especially for all the talas, my rule of thumb would be for you is from the reduction, Florence, Mora, Korvai should be on top of your mind. The reason why I'm telling you is, even if you are given the shortest time to play Athanaya Avdanam, you can play this part for 3 minutes and finish and showcase your talent. You may not get 10-15 minutes to play all the sequences, typically because the singer takes a longer time and you might get a very less opportunity. So the rule of thumb is from the reduction, if you play your frills faster, tang, tatiketa tatita, tatiketa tata, tatiketa 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 tatang, keta tata ding, keta tata dik, keta tata dita, tatiketa tatita, tatiketa tata, tatiketa 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 tatang, tadik, keta tata dik, keta tata dik, keta tata dita, tatiketa tatita, tatiketa tata, tatiketa 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 tata, hatta, keta tata dik, keta tata. So you should get that sort of a proficiency of playing this with the tempo and the energy and then reproduce it. So it's not only in Aditalam, you should try in Rupatalam. Tattum, Kadagadam, Kadakadum, Kadakadam, Tatu, Kadakadam, Kadakadam, Tatu, Tatu, Kadakadam, Kadakadum, Kadakadam, Tatu, Kadakadam, Tatu, Tatu, Kadakadam, Kadakadum, Kadakadam, Tatu, Kadakadam, Tatu, Play it 3 times. So you should have a very simple and cute Mora Korvai, which you should be on top of your mind to present and get that right approach. So this I want you to do for any of the talas which you're given a chance to play. Rupaka Tala reduction, you should go and look at it, how traditionally you have to reduce. For Mr. Chapa, I've taught you how to go about reducing it. And for Ganda Chapa, how you need to do it. So these are all the learnings what we saw in level 4. So level 4, with the rule of thumb. First thing is, whatever the Korvai you're going to play, first of all, you should be on top of your mind. You should have 10 Korvais each in each of the kitty. You should know how to play from reduction, Mora, Korvai, reduction, Farans, Mora, Korvai in all talas at ease. Then you should present a case study of presenting a Korvai rather than presenting a Korvai. Just don't present the Korvai right away, bluntly. Play some patterns, paragraphs, phrases with intelligent formations and then present the Korvai. And that will give a lot of interesting listening aspects into it. And with Nadam, with your instrument tuned, if you can do all these, and so go back and refer to my notes in level 4, how detailed we have covered all the Korvais, the explanations, the notes, the demarcations which you need to be aware of, collaboratively how to exchange the Korvai from Rupakam into Aditalam, from Aditalam into Rupakam, how you can exchange the Korvais and play from what point, mathematical aspects has been covered, musical aspects has been covered. I want you to go through all of it and then get familiarized, and any clarifications we can always meet. And that's the salient features what we saw in level 4. Hope it's a good refresher for you. I'll see you in the next class with the salient features covered, what we covered as part of level 5, which I deem is one of the most technical aspects and advanced, and which needs a lot of attention. We will talk about it when we are covering that level 5 topics. Let me conclude this class with a Tirukkural. Kadal Voda Kalval Nedundir Kadal Vodum Navayum Voda Nilathu. What is the meaning of it? Nilathil Yengum Valimayana Chakrangalude Thergal Kadalil Vodamata, Kadalil Vodum Kappalgal, Bhumiyil Vodamata. It's a fact. Whatever is a strong vehicle which runs on the land, it is incapable to operate on the sea. Similarly, a ship can operate only on the sea, it cannot operate on the land. So we need to know what will operate in which place, and judiciously we need to plan our actions. With this, I conclude this episode. In the next episode, I will talk about the salient features, what we covered as part of level 5. Until then, Purnuraviya signing off.